Right, on to the next segment, Christmas awards and highlights of 2016.
Let's do it.
The first award that we have is worst quote of the year. What's your worst quote of the year 2016?
I have to say, okay, so I googled in research for this segment, I googled most stupid quotes of 2016, and I kid you not, each link had Donald Trump in the title. Not a surprise, really. But I would say maybe one of the worst ones.
He gets them?
Sorry?
Yeah, me too. I had just... My list just contains Trump quotes.
Yeah. So, I mean, I went for one of his, like, mates and, like, something he said very recently. And it was Farage's response to the attack that happened recently in Berlin at the Christmas market. And he tweeted saying, "Terrible news from Berlin, but no surprise. Events like these will be the Merkel legacy."
Oh,
yeah, so that's one of those, you know, awful tweets of the year, and obviously there was a massive backlash, and Brendan Cox, so the husband of the late politician Joe Cox that was murdered, he replied to it, and he just said, "Nigel Farage, blaming politicians for the actions of extremists, that's a slippery slope, Nigel. And it bloody well is. Now shut the hell up and go away." So that's my one.
What an absolute beep.
Yeah.
I can't,
So what's your one?
Especially as a German, that's just... mine are, as I said, they are Trump quotes, because you can't beat Trump, can you?
No, throw them at me.
Look at some of them. Grab him by the pussy. That's out there, you know.
Yep.
You have to treat them like shit, which obviously refers to women.
Yeah.
That's
oh God, beautiful.
Our president-elect Donald Trump.
I'm falling in love. Please, this is just too much for me right now.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Lucky who's Melanie? Is it Melanie or is it Ivanka? I can't keep track. Who's his current wife?
I think Ivanka's his daughter and Melania is his wife. Yeah.
Well, there doesn't seem to be much of a difference at times, does there?
No, I know what you mean.
There's another one. It must be a pretty picture, you dropping to your knee.
Oh God, this just keeps getting better. I'm literally falling in love with this guy. He's so romantic and profound.
Yeah.
When you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab him by the pussy.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, it literally has been the year of some of the worst quotes. Other quotes that I've come across is there was, well, it wasn't really a quote, but it was just the general like message this guy was giving out, and it was from nationalist and white supremacist Richard Spencer, and he basically kind of said that the reason why America is such a superpower is because of white European people on their own, no help from anyone else, completely disregarding free labor and slavery and everything else that minorities have had to go through, really. So that's another ridiculous quote of the year.
2016 has been the year of fascism, hasn't it?
It really, really, really has. It has. So yeah, basically they've taken the stage this year when it comes to worst quotes and phrases. So moving on to something a bit lighter. So this is a very, very profound quote. Okay, so prepare yourself, Jenny. This is really, really deep, and you might start crying and shed a tear. So this comes from Kylie Jenner, and she said, 2016.
I was genuinely expecting like a Maya Angelou quote.
No. Listen, no, this will really, really will catch you off guard. It's really deep. She said, 2016.
Is that the mum?
No, it's the youngest daughter.
No,
I think she's like 8. No, she's 19, I think. So she said,
she's bound to be clever and profound and wise.
She's literally like an intellectual genius. So she said 2016 is a year of realizing stuff. Yeah, that's it. Okay, on to the next one.
Okay, worst breakup of the year, guys. That's the next award. What has been the worst breakup of the year for you, Sarah?
It has to be Brad and Angelina. I think no one else compares. They were really kind of like the mother. That was the mother of breakups. It was just so unexpected, and it was quite sad as well. And obviously Twitter jumped onto that one.
It's one of those moments where you go, where were you when Brangelina's breakup happened?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Go down in the history
I was probably in my pyjamas and didn't care. But yeah, no, I agree. It did. I'm sure there are children in Aleppo who are sort of shedding tears.
Yeah, much more pressing matters.
Though. No, seriously, like, it was a big deal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was.
Because they were like the ultimate power couple, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
And, they came with quite a lot of controversy from the get-go, weren't they? Like, because there was this whole thing about...
With Jennifer Aniston, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He was with Jennifer Aniston, but then he cheated on her, or he might not have cheated on her. Maybe they broke up, and then he got with Angelina.
Yeah.
So it's always been sort of like a couple that attracted our attention.
Yeah, definitely. But we kind of wanted a good ending for them. I mean, they seem like such a... they were really into, like, kind of philanthropy and, adopting children. We were like, oh, we really want them to just be happy. But then really there was, like, the dark side with the whole Jennifer Aniston scandal. And everyone was saying, oh, well, you win them how you lose them kind of thing. You lose them how you win them. Yeah? Yeah. So, yeah, that was...
Lose them how you win... Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, and another sort of dark aspect about the breakup is how it is now, because I'm not too informed about this, but isn't he involved in some lawsuit about... it's not domestic violence, but it's like child...
Yeah, I think so. I think, that was like a ridiculous kind of accusation, but it came to an end recently, I think. They kind of closed that.
It?
Yeah,
okay.
They just said, it was just based on like false allegations or whatever. Okay. But yeah, I mean...
Well, another one of those breakups we had 2016 that ended immensely ugly, and I think that's still going on, is Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, she's probably... talking crap and she made it all up. I kind of believe her. I mean, he is a really temperamental, dark guy. You can see that side of him where he would just literally switch on you, like have a bottle of brandy or whiskey and he'd just be like, all right, like you piss me off or something. But I don't know.
It's like your Jack Sparrow voice.
Yeah, basically. Like husky fag voice.
No, I agree, but I think like 10, 15 years ago it was when we heard about Johnny Depp trashing a hotel room, it was kind of romantic in a way, because he was sort of like the rebel who's part of Hollywood and who's like the biggest Hollywood star, but he's not really playing the game.
Yeah, he was hot back then, and now he just looks really tired.
Yeah, and now he just worn out.
Yeah.
Now it's just sort of coming. All those stories are coming back to him.
Yeah.
And are biting him in the behind, aren't they?
Definitely. Good luck to him.
Yeah.
But we have some runners up. So we have Justin Bieber and Sophia Richie, Jennifer Lopez and Casper Smart. I think he was that guy that I think he was secretly a transvestite. Do you remember him?
I think it was that guy. How many guys has she had?
No, yeah, she...
I have no idea. I the last one I remember was... I think he was like a singer, like a Latino singer.
Yeah, he was a dancer, but they
were married.
I think they were... oh no, that's Mark Anthony. That's the... That's the father of her babies. She has like twins, I think, with him. And also Brooklyn Beckham and Chloe Grace Moretz. I don't even know. They're like 10 or something. They're so young. Oh god.
Wait, isn't she the one from Kick-Ass?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I really like her. She was with... this is David Beckham's child, is it?
Yeah.
He's in dating age, is he? Like,
I think they're like 16, 17.
No, Chloe must
18.
be older. She must be about 20, I think.
I think she's older than him.
I don't know about... I don't know about the Beckham. I literally thought he was in his diapers. I don't know.
Yeah, I think, didn't you hear that their youngest son, I think, released a Christmas song and everyone was like criticising them for pushing it like into the limelight too early? And he is literally 10, like he is very young.
Okay.
But yeah.
Was he dressed as a sexy Santa?
Oh God, no.
I think as long as that isn't the case, as long as he's just, you know, having a laugh in the recording studio, I think that's okay.
Yeah, I think it was very age appropriate, but he just, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I think, you know,
He's,
they don't want him to turn out like
hot, so.
Yeah, they don't want him to turn out like the Home Alone guy or any of the other child stars. But yeah.
Well, the Will Smith kids, they've been doing fine.
Yeah, they are. They're actually okay. They are a bit,
Yeah.
out there, but
Well,
yeah,
they're a
they
bit
seem
eccentric,
normal.
but I think that sort of comes like you don't need to be in the limelight to be eccentric. I see plenty of average Joes and Janes.
Definitely, yeah.
Tricky, so.
Defos. Okay, next one.
So it's been a year of breakups and bad quotes so far.
Yeah, it has.
What else do we have? The next award is Worst Christmas Memory. Now this can be either, you know, like a happenstance, an event that happened, or a gift that you received. Anything that sort of happened. Anything that's sort of been Christmas related.
Okay, well, for me personally, I don't know, my Christmases are quite boring. They're not that eventful. But I do have a story, and it's actually my friend's. It's from my friend's workplace. So basically, they were just out.
Your friends.
No, it actually was. Trust me, this was not me. Like, I would die. If this was me, I would change my identity. Anyways, so they were just hanging out, talking, drinking, whatever. And this guy basically had gotten so drunk that he had shat himself. So he was walking around. No, it actually did happen. He was walking around.
You cannot be that drunk that you don't have control over your bodily. Like, that cannot happen, bruv.
No,
I know you do that when you like get into an accident or when you give birth, but when you're drunk.
Trust me, it actually happened. The friend that told me is one of my closest friends, and she wouldn't lie. But I was literally like, first of all, how did they actually realise that he'd shat himself? Because surely I don't know.
Probably smelled a bit.
No, but it must have been really bad and really visible. I don't know. Is the smell that bad? I've never been around someone who shat themselves. But anyways.
Well, I have a nephew who's 2 years old, and yes, it does smell quite badly.
So basically, he was just walking around with like a dark patch on his trousers and this nasty sewage smell just like wafting around him, and they had to just like push him into a cab and get him home. But literally, I would not show my face. I would quit the job.
I would quit. I would so bloody quit. Like, if it's just sort of like intimate people from the office, like from your department, like a select few people that you hang out with that you know consider friends, that's something else. But if it's like literally the whole office with your superiors,
I know, it's just too much. But hey ho, he didn't really care. He was back in the next day and he was fine. Some people just have tough skin. They can deal with that kind of embarrassment. But yeah.
I love Christmas parties. I absolutely bloody adore Christmas parties. They just, I mean, as long as you're not the one affected, you're not sort of, you know, the centre of the story, you just have a bloody good laugh, isn't it? Like, you know, we said at the beginning that we do quite enjoy listening to gossip and sort of laugh at other people's misfortunes, and this would be, listen, if like someone had an accident or something, that is, you know, I have all the pity and empathy and sympathy, but if you go to an office party and shit yourself because you're so drunk, prepare yourself. There's going to be a lot of finger pointing, a lot of laughing.
Yeah, I think it's just really...
You've got no one to blame but yourself.
Yeah, it's like an amalgamation of just like pent up anger and horniness and just like all these emotions, and it just comes flowing out with the drink. You're just like, I'm letting loose tonight, baby, and everyone just goes crazy.
All the frustration, all the over hours you spent in the dark office.
I'm coming back with a vengeance. I'm pooing my pants in front of you all. Take that. It's probably like in revenge or something. It's a vindictive kind of thing.
We'll see how you deal with my poop pants. Mr. Human Resources. How you like them dirty pants? party is one thing. Like, obviously that's hilarious and fun and all that stuff. But I think the next morning, everyone who wants to come to the office the next morning, you're doing a huge mistake. That is when all the gossiping happens and when all the excitement is there. I genuinely love it. Like, you literally enter the office and it just smells of regret and embarrassment. No one's looking anyone in the eye.
Yeah.
There's zero eye contact. I just love it, yeah.
Absolute shame. Love it. Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, same for me. Like, apart from like those Christmas parties, my Christmas is quite uneventful. Because there's no real Christmas in my household. We just meet up, with friends and family and just have a quiet dinner, and that's pretty much it. Also, in terms of gifts, I'm not, unless it's like office Secret Santa, I don't really do gifts.
Yeah.
We don't do gifts in our family, which is, God, I'm just so glad that we don't.
Yeah. I don't blame you. That the anxiety is just, it's a joke. It really is. The giving.
Like, even the experience that I've had with sort of the Secret Santa at the office, it's just disappointing. You just get like the most generic bloody bullshit.
You do.
It's fair enough. You probably don't know me because we don't talk. So, all you know is that I'm a girl.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't take much to just kind of have a conversation with someone and be like, okay, well, this person, likes these kind of books or this kind of genre. And, like, you just go out and you get, like, a £5 book. It's not even about money. It's just kind of about being a tiny bit thoughtful. And really, if you get someone a generic gift, they'll just really chuck it in the bin. So, just go for something useful.
Yeah, but you speaking of sort of talking with the other person, just finding out a bit about them. That's probably the point of Secret Santa, isn't it? That you sort of go out of your ways, talk to someone that you usually don't talk to, and get to know them a bit more. Which, yeah. Well, yeah,
in an ideal world, yeah, no.
Yeah, in an ideal world, exactly. But speaking of gifts, I'm not sure whether there's still whether this thing is still around, but. A few years back, there was this initiative where you could, in the name of someone else, you could buy like a goat and send it to a family in Africa.
Okay.
So they'd have, unlimited milk. For, however many years. So rather than giving someone something that, as you said, they might just throw in the bin, they have the knowledge that in their name something good has been done. So I think that's quite something.
Yeah, that is pretty good. Yeah,
like a much better alternative than hand warmers or a coupon for Body Lush.
Yeah, definitely.
Is it Body Shop?
Rather than being kind of passive or just kind of feeling a bit helpless, or if you don't really know, if you should give out any gifts this Christmas, or if you're kind of on your own and you're like you want to make a difference.
True.
So yeah,
and, after all, it is Christmas.
Exactly. Yeah, we should be in the giving spirit. But anyways, if you're feeling generous this year, obviously with the whole with the crisis in Syria, I find a way to kind of actively help people who are struggling. So this comes from The Independent. And obviously social media does bring awareness, and it is great for certain topics, but we kind of need to practically help to be able to kind of help people where we can and kind of get away from our computer screens and just get involved in some kind of way. So some of the steps that they gave us were basically to join demonstrations where you live. So in London, protesters are meeting outside 10 Downing Street at 8:30 p.m, outside the Syrian embassy at 9 p.m, and at other events scheduled in Liverpool and Manchester during December. And use the hashtag stand with Aleppo to find demonstrations in your area. Number 2, you can call and email your MP and MEP. So let them know you want the government to do more than condemn the violence. Petition them to start airdrops for Aleppo and other starving areas of Syria. Number 3, obviously donate to relief efforts. Number 4, if you have a specific skill set, volunteer your time. So medical professionals, or if you can speak Arabic, offer translation services for aid organisations. And number 5, support the global refugee effort. So tell your local government association if you would be willing to foster an accompanied refugee child, and that refugee families are welcome in your area. And I think there was actually there was a family somewhere in the UK that I think they had 2 homes, and they kind of let a refugee family stay in their other home. So that was pretty nice. So yeah, if you can do something, I'm trying to change that as well, just being less passive and doing what I can to help. So yeah.
Are you planning on getting a family in?
Yeah. No, I'm not. No. I mean, if I did have another house, I would.
Yourself.
Yeah, exactly. If I did have another house, I would, but unfortunately, I do not.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to, adopt a family or, give them a home. But, it's the little things, and there are ways, even, small ways, to help the refugees. So that's definitely a great cause.
Yeah, do what you can, definitely. And also, in light of all the kind of xenophobia that's going on and things that we see in public that go on that aren't right.
I haven't noticed.
Yeah, so that there are a lot of de-escalation and intervention resources online. So check it out. We will probably be posting it on our Twitter as well. And I think there was something, I don't know if you saw recently, I posted it called the hijab grab. So how to protect yourself from the hijab grab. Yeah. And like different martial arts techniques to kind of defend yourself. So I think that's pretty cool. I mean, obviously it's not the best kind of, obviously you don't want to find yourself in that predicament.
That has to exist.
Yeah, it's sad. But I mean, it's best, I guess, to kind of have the skill set and technique.
Sort of be prepared.
Yeah, to defend yourself, definitely. But yeah, that is all. Yeah.
That is all.
That is all.
That is indeed all. That is the wrap up for the Christmas awards and the highlights of 2016, and that has been the Christmas special with Most Mosaic, guys.
Woo.
Thanks very, very much for tuning in, for giving us your precious time. During this Christmas season. So, whatever you do, whether you're Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Sikh, Jewish, atheist, wherever you are, however you're spending your Christmas, whether you're going to church, having dinner with family, whether you're partying by yourself, getting drunk with friends, burning a tree and dancing around it, whatever you do, wherever you are, we at Most Mosaic wish all of you a bloody Merry Christmas and
Merry Christmas, guys. And don't forget to join us next week when we'll be talking about revenge porn. And in the meantime, do feel free to email us, tweet us at most_mosaic. So yeah, tell your friends about us.
Email us at... You can email, just going to give them the email address. You can email us at mostmosaic@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And as Sarah said, follow us at most_mosaic.
Yeah, see you next week, guys. Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Merry Christmas. That wasn't too bad, was it? The first show.